Welcome to the Thomas Meeple Railway, where the adventures are adequate and the voice acting is wooden. The summer holidays were fast approaching on the Meeple Railway. All of the engines were working hard to keep the railway running like clockwork. However, the workload can be too much to handle sometimes. That's why Sir Topham Hatt brings engines in from the other railway to help out. One hot summer day, Thomas, Percy, and Diesel were resting in the shunting yards when Sir Topham Hatt arrived.
So, how did it go?
Pretty good, actually. Hey, thanks for letting me narrate this time around.
I'm sorry for my outrage a few months back.
No harm, no foul. So, do you want to take over from here?
Nah, I'm taking a long-form retirement to Vegas. Hey fellas, let's get to Sam's Casino before the root beer is gone!
Well, guess it's time to find a new narrator.
It's no secret that this summer season has started off very busy for all of us.
Yeah, no kidding. My axles are cramping horribly. I've been losing track of what I'm supposed to do with so many trains to pull.
And Bobby exploded from overworking.
Who's Bobby?
Don't worry, sir. All I need is a band-aid and some peroxide and I'll be back to work in a jiffy.
No need to worry. I've made an arrangement with the other railway to have one of its engines loaned over to help out during the holiday season.
Yes, finally! We're getting another diesel! At long last, the diesel representation will leave a mark on this forsaken railway.
Actually, it's a steam engine.
Words cannot bring me down.
In fact, this steam engine we're receiving is an old friend of the railway. Rosie is coming back.
Rosie?
Oh boy! I haven't seen Rosie in years! Didn't she move to King's Cross to become the station's pilot engine?
As a matter of fact, yes. When asking for volunteers, she signed up immediately. Thomas, you'll be working with her to help in the shunting yards.
Will do, sir.
Excellent! Now if you'll excuse me, I'm off to get some butt medication. I'm going to go make myself a grilled cheese.
Thomas, are you okay with working with Rosie?
Huh? Oh, yeah, of course. Why wouldn't I?
Well, considering how she was your love interest, and by love interest I mean she kept following you around and how she never left you alone, and how she idolized you, and how she copied how you puffed and whistled.
Yes, I remember fairly well, thank you. But it's been like over 30 years. Maybe she's over me by now. And besides, when she wasn't a yandere, she was always fun to hang out with.
Devilish laugh, devilish laugh.
I don't get the joke. What's so funny?
My fair Thomas, have you ever heard of the phrase, absence makes the heart grow fonder?
Yeah?
Think about it. Being separated for nearly 3 decades, she's gonna want to talk to you throughout the entire summer. And during that time, her heart will grow bigger and stronger, making sure you're never alone.
Diesel, you're a very silly boy. I'm sure she's over me by now.
Well, what if she isn't? What if she never leaves you alone or gives you a single moment to yourself?
In that case, I have a self-destruct button in my cab enabled to go off. Talk to you guys later.
Ha ha ha! That fool! I can't wait to see that blue tank engine be tortured and annoyed by— He has a self-destruct button?!
That ought to keep Diesel thinking for a while. I wonder if he's right, though. What if Rosie's still the same crazy love-sucking engine from eons back? And during the years on the mainland, she's been thinking about me for 3 whole decades. Wanting me, be near to me. Her heart beating so deeply. I've got to find a way to get away from her. But how? Ooh, light bulb! Hiya, Henry. What you doing? I'm taking this log wagon to Farmer McColl's to pick up some timber. Would it be a job that could take a whole day, perchance? Maybe far away from here? Depends on how much timber he needs me to take. Could it be possible if I could take your log wagon for you? I don't know, Thomas. The logs are pretty darn heavy, and I'm pretty sure you're not strong enough to take them. I'll trade you for this bunny rabbit. Here, my friend. Just got a log wagon. Come along, little buddy. Let's go cuddle and cuddle and cuddle and cuddle. Sucker, that was a hare, not a rabbit.
Oh, it's great to be back on Sodor. Everything looks about the same as I remember it. Minus everything looking more plasticky. Now then, time to find Thomas and get to work. I don't know if he'll recognize me with my overhaul.
Look, Ashima! A brand new steam engine! And she's a female! Finally! At long last, the female engine representation will leave a mark on this forsaken railway! Ha 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 ha!
You forgot about Belle.
She's a workaholic. We don't hang out much.
What about that other green engine Harvey found? What was her name? Esmeralda?
First of all, mainland engines don't count. Secondly, never mention that horrid engine again.
It's a pleasure to meet you two. I'm Rosie from King's Cross.
Rosie?
The same one who's madly in love with Thomas the tank engine?
You've heard about me, have you?
Oh yes, and I bet you're wanting to see Thomas first thing after so many years away.
I mean, it would be nice to get to see him again, but...
Ashima, you know what we must do now?
Absolutely.
Cuddle
Tuesday!
Wait, what?
Oh no, I can't, really. I have such a busy schedule.
Give over. The tricks can wait. We have so many questions.
Wait, stop! Where are you taking me? I have my rights, dang it!
Meanwhile...
You get all this timber. Such lovely toothpicks they will make.
Are you sure you'll be able to pull this load? It looks mighty heavy.
I'll be fine, you old fusspot. I've pulled loads like this many of times. Besides, I probably have a better chance than you.
Oi! I was able to pull this timber over here by myself. Look how strong these guns are!
And now I'm gonna need to bleach my eyes afterwards. Well, time to go.
So, are you going to take all the credit when you needed all of our assistance? I was rooting for you all.
Oh dear, at this rate I'll be at the docks in no time. Maybe if I take the adventurous route. Oh yeah, I have no idea where I'm at right now. This is gonna take ages for me to navigate through. Oh hey, it's those lovely trees. Hiya fellas, look what I'm pulling. Some of your former remains. Isn't that great?
This is so exciting! A girls' night out with no boys allowed.
But it's 11 a.m.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
So, Rosie, tell us about your life on the mainland.
Oh gee, there's so much to tell. My time on the mainland varies very differently from that on Sodor. It's much busier. There's never a dull moment. You're always on the go. I guess the one thing that makes Sodor more appealing, it feels more like a small town. Everyone knows everybody, you know.
Blah blah blah, boring mainland stuff. Can we get to the good stuff about you and Thomas?
What?
We need answers to our questions about what that blue puffball was like back then.
When was the moment you fell in love with him?
What attracted you to Thomas so much?
What made you leave Sodor?
Has Thomas always been a lunatic?
Girls, please! Stop asking so much. I don't have time to mess around. I need to find Thomas right away.
Well, we did take you away from your work.
Not only that, but I really need to talk to Thomas privately.
What for?
To apologize. When I first came to Sodor, he was one of the first engines I met. He showed me how to shunt trucks and to be a hard worker. The other engines were big and tall and didn't have time to play games, so I spent more time with Thomas, puffing around the branch line being silly tank engines. I heard so many stories about true love, and I assumed it to be Thomas. I did what I thought love was, being around him 24/7 and never leaving his side. It got to the point when Thomas saw me, he tried to hide from me. I thought I hurt him, and he didn't love me. So I moved away from Sodor and came to work at King's Cross.
You ran away because you thought you hurt Thomas?
Yes, my time on the mainland was rough. Sure, the work kept my mind off things, but I didn't have anyone to talk to. It wasn't until one of the most respectable engines came and helped me out, taught me to forgive myself and become my own identity.
Oh, so that's why you came back to Sodor, to make amends with Thomas.
I want to be Thomas's friend again, but I don't know if he'll accept my apology. I hurted him so much.
If you know Thomas like you have back then, you know he would be thrilled to see you again and forgive you on top of that.
You know what? You're right. My mentor told me the same thing. I need to find him.
Oh, man. They really know how to root their ideals to a man. Going all this pain and torment wasn't worth it just to avoid Rosie. Not the best ideal I had. Wish I could just see her again and maybe give her a second chance.
Thomas? What happened over here?
Well, it all started after I showed the trees some cut timber.
Classic Thomas. Stay right there. I'll go and grab the breakdown crane.
Thanks for helping me out there. The scenery was getting kind of lame to look at.
Yeah, totally. Listen, Thomas. I'm sorry for how I was back then.
What do you mean?
Well, the times I idolized you. Not giving you your own space. I still like you, but I want to be a better friend. And to be a better listener. Could we start over again?
Yeah, sure. That sounds great.
Afterwards, Thomas and Rosie worked together to keep the station yards smooth and operational. Although worried at first, Thomas found himself enjoying the time he had spent working with Rosie, and the two engines got along swell. When the summer season was over, it was time for Rosie to return back home.
It's a shame you're going back to the mainland, Rosie, for you're still a really useful engine.
It was fun working back on Sodor, sir. Maybe I can come over back every summer to help out.
Aw, man, I was just having fun with you around.
Oh, this is new. I thought you wanted some space.
Well, I mean, like, you hanging out with me as friends, just doing stuff. Don't patronize me!
Just kidding. And who knows? Maybe one of y'all could help me out at King's Cross in the future.
Take me with you!
See you soon, Thomas.
Goodbye, Rosie!
Yeah,
Goodbye!
bye.
See you
Whatever.
later! See you soon, Rosie.
Right, on to business. Thomas, I need you to go pull a goods train to the village.
Sure, what's the delivery?
Oh, just some fish fans from the docks.
Fish?
Commencing self-destruct sequence.